Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Get it! Fix the eagle! Fix the eagle! Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Let's go!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
25-yard line.
Hey, pass! Ready, ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Horn. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Set, hut! 53! Set, hut!
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Right. 52 pull. Set, hut!
Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Let's go! Set!
Now Young. That one complete to Ligon. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Ready! Yellow, 43. Hey, red! Movement! Hut! Etienne up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
So in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
ETN once more. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come on, set. 10 drop. 6, mega. Ready?
Throwing, Young. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
70, let's go. 70 Lions. Timberwolves.
Here's Ward. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Panther 60, 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield and get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere Dike, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3rd down.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set, ready. 33, yellow. Shoot, yellow. Hut, hut.
Young. Going for the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Titans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14.
Panthers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Black shot. Black. 95.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
To throw, here's Ward. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
37-yard line.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second down and a yard.
Tag. 19 Tigers.
Hands it off out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ward. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
2nd and 10.
Check.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A 44-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Blue, 32. Field, black.
Here's Young. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Ward. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start right past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them,
he's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, the 44-yard line.
Now here's Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Young to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Caden Prather, 44 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7.
Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
that play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Throwing is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
That's complete to DK. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Like ready.
They'll try and run for it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready, go!
Operating from the gun. Ward. Now a run here off the arc. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Panthers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Down. Field. 10 black.
Now Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
All right, Brandon. Roman. You hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
19, Tiger, 9. Here we go, strike.
To throw is Ward. Throwing to start the drive. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Scorton drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Field goal unit on Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 33. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Monroe. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Looking to throw. Monroe. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 20.
Here we go, shot. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Ward to the right side and caught by Eilmanner. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Moore. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shifts past him at the 45. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They try to set up the screen. Nearly a disaster, but it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Cowboy 80. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground a time. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
A big gain on the play, but it leads to fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
18 cards.
Now Ward throwing to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he has a Cockrell. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chigakakwo, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. the touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third down and 13. Looking to throw. Moore. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They throw it out right complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
To the air again, Ward. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again here, Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out.